Semi-retro here. It's Saturday. It's about 3:30 in the morning and we're on the open road. That only means one thing. We're going to get something. Well, here's the story today. First of all, pardon my voice, I'm a little under the weather. I got a little cold, so I got a pretty good frog going on, but we are going to scout right now a 1982 Bluebird. It's got a Chevy B60 chassis. Going to a church up in St. Cloud, Minnesota. So saw this ad on Craigslist for a 1982 Chevy B60 school bus, a 60 passenger. I requested, there's only two pictures, a front end shot and a shot of the tires. Look pretty clean. I talked to the people at the church and set up a time to come out today. So again, Saturday morning, it's about a little after 3:30, northbound and down. Going to be a lot of highway driving today, but I'll take you up there. We'll check it out. We'll see what we got. Hopefully, we'll put together a deal. So let's sit back and enjoy the ride. All right, I just want to show this to you. For the last couple miles, I've been dealing with almost whiteout conditions, and I finally figured out what it is. It's this Thomas Safety Liner C2. Must have been sitting out full of snow, and you can see all the snow blowing off the roof. But for the last couple miles, it's been extremely poor visibility. So a lot of snow was up on that roof, on that C2. Oh, here you can hear the chips. Oh, now he's moving over in front of me. Must be something in the right lane ahead. Like he must be having problems. All right, moving back over. All right, well, we're heading back. It's been a long day. So here's the story on today. So it was a scouting trip. Went up to St. Cloud, Minnesota, which is about 6 hours from me. So 6 hours there, checked out the bus, 6 hours back. Great news, I made a deal. So I own the bus. The church does not need it out of there right away. It can wait until spring, summer. So I'll come back when the weather's nice, put together a little road trip back. It's going to need a little help. The brakes need to be bled, and just a once-over, you know, go through it with a, you know, little tune-up, oil change, grease everything, go through it, and then roll it back. So it turned into a few-day trip returning. And it ought to be a lot of fun this spring / summer. Do a little mini vacation with the 1982 Chevy Bluebird coming back. The 366 ran perfect. It was negative 10 degrees when I was up there checking out the bus. I couldn't do footage on location because you know, I was just concentrating on, you know, meeting with the pastor and you know, doing the deal, checking out the bus and everything. But I'll show you some still images as I'm talking. but the 366 ran out perfect. -10 when I got there. The bus fired right up. They did have it plugged in. It's got a block heater, but the bus fired right up. I took it out. I took it out of the barn, looked it over, took it for a ride around the church parking lots. Kind of have a circle parking lot, circle drive. So checked out all the gears, and it ran out really nice, drove really nice. The brakes, the master cylinder reservoir was empty, so I had to fill that up, and I did have some brakes, so I have to bleed them. I would imagine the wheel cylinders are probably leaking, but the bus has been sitting inside the barn for the past 2 years untouched, and they said they're going to cutaway vans, and they no longer need full-size buses, so that's why they're getting rid of this. The bus originally serviced the Minneapolis area for 10 years, so from 82 till 92, and then the church picked it up in 93, and it's been with the same church ever since. So there's a little history on it, but like I say, looking forward to it. They don't need the space right now, so they said that I could wait until it gets nice to come and get it, which is great. I was hoping that they would do that, and that's really about the only way I could make the deal, but I had to go up there today and check it out, negotiate, and see if we could make a deal, and we certainly did. So we're going to be busy. We got this bus to get. That's our northern trip, 1982 Chevy Bluebird. Oh, that's the other thing too. It's got a 366 gas engine, and it's got a 5-speed manual. It's got the low unsynchronized gear, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got the same transmission as my 84 Chevy B60 band bus, the Chevy Thomas, the Green Beret bus. So it's got the same transmission as that. Got really nice tires on it. I got all the maintenance records with it, and they did a few things to the bus before they stopped using it. So it does have some rust. Being a Minneapolis bus, I'm kind of learning. I've never really picked a northern bus like this. I did get one from Janesville, but definitely up here, if you think the road salt's bad in the Chicagoland area, which I think it is, it's extremely bad up in Minneapolis. It's ridiculous, actually. So, but the bus itself, the underbody, the cross members are all solid. It's just got some issues with the steps. They've been fixed and reinforced, and then there's a couple rust holes around the skirt by the rear tires. But the floor, the wheel wells, all super solid. It's just those couple areas that have the rust damage. The frame, all that stuff's good. Might need a couple brake lines. I'll go through all that. But the interior, and I forgot to take any pictures of the interior, so you have to wait till the pickup video. But the interior is absolutely immaculate. It's very cool. It's the Bluebird green interior, so it's got green paint and forest green seats, and the seats are in excellent condition, probably better than any other bus that I have. And the dash is a really nice high gloss green, kind of like a mint green almost. But and everything with the dash is all in really nice shape. The control panel, all that stuff, the driver's seat, it's all extremely nice. The floor is nice. So the interior, like I say, I forgot to take some pictures while I was there, but the interior is absolutely beautiful. So just some cosmetic things I have to do on the body, some rust, but those are the only few minor spots around the wheel wells, and then the door steps, the bottom step. Yeah, it's been reinforced. A couple little dings in the fenders, So just have to fix that stuff up. I think one of the skirt towards the back is a little dinged up, but you know, to be expected, 1982 until now. But it's wearing its original work clothes. It has all the original warning lights. The stop arm mount is there. So for a restoration candidate, I'd call it a pretty good one. Ideally, you get one with a little less body rust, but you know, it's kind of hard to find up north here. And I really think it's cool because if you look at the rub rails, it must be like a Minnesota spec or something. It's got a ton of black a ton of black rub rails. Really cool looking bus. Really cool looking bus. The glass is all good. It's got the option with the emergency door with no glass in the bottom, so I don't have any buses like that. But yeah, so just really stoked about it. Think it's cool. And again, you know, really nice people. Dealing with the pastor, and then one of the other people there, Jim. They were great. You know, just basically gave me the keys, let me start her up, take her out, check everything out. It was very nice, and just very pleasant people to deal with. And I appreciate them letting me keep it there till it gets warm so I can drive it back and make it into a little mini trip. But that's the story. I'm on my way home back to the Retro 20, and as you can see, we're going by what looks to be a ski hill here by Portage Baraboo. Look up the hill, but I'm heading home, probably about an hour and a half out right now. I'm super tired because I did this trip back to back. I drove out there 6.5 hours. I drove back 6.5 hours to do a little scout trip today. So I'm gonna go take it easy, get a little something to eat, and then we'll catch up with this video in the spring when we can go get that bus. And just another thing with it, the carburetor was leaking a little bit, but it was looked like it was from the inlet fitting on the carburetor. For the 366, it was dripping on the manifold. So just a little list of stuff I have that I got to bring some parts with and deal with it. But all real minor stuff. And like I say, we'll just take her easy coming back and have a good time. But like I said, we'll catch up with this video in the spring. As always, I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day or night.